Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours, how the hell are you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Oh boy. What's going on here? Pictures away. Here we go. Pictures away. Post was sent. Your post was sent. Where'd my picture go? Nobody got my picture now. What's going on? Oh boy, I'm going to tell you what. Things are really fouled up today. Yes, they are. I posted just a minute ago a clip, 14 minutes long, because I was in the middle of the show and it just cut me off. So right now it says I got an excellent connection. Everything seems to be working right. I have no clue what happened. No clue. I don't know. I guess YouTube was working on my site or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm here now. Oh, jeez. Gosh darn it. So we got an excellent connection. Everything seems to be okay. I don't know. I have no clue. But anyway, we're recording, and I hope it shows up on Threads and Blue Sky. So, let's get over here. BBC, right? Now see here. Here's some more stuff. Trump threatens new tariffs on Canadian vehicles after trade talks collapse. Oh boy. Prime Minister Mark Carney has promised dollar-for-dollar retaliatory measures to counter U.S. President Donald Trump's 50% tariffs on a whole range of Canadian goods. It's, I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. We're all in the same boat, folks. No matter what side you're on, we're all in the same boat. Things are terrible everywhere. Things are bad. Gas prices are going crazy. Grocery prices are bad. I got all this stuff going on. Anyway. But what I wanted to say, and what I said before, with Canada, there's a major part of our upper northeast, up there in Maine and everywhere, to get the electricity from Canada. You know? So, there was a guy on here earlier that said that he'll cut off the electric if he has to. It's like, and in Gary, Indiana, okay, more news, 2 weeks, they've gone without no power. The whole time, the whole city of Gary, Indiana, lost power. Bad storms. 2 weeks. And the power company there says hopefully they'll have it restored by tomorrow. But what do you do for 2 weeks? All your food's gone bad and everything else. You have to get a bow and arrow and go out there and shoot a rabbit or something and cook out in the yard. And if you're in the city, I don't know how many rabbits you're going to catch. Or any other kind of animal. And you know what? There are seasons that you can't eat rabbit. I didn't know that, but I do. I learned that as I was growing up. Certain times for certain animals that you can't eat them. Because, I don't know, worms, stuff like that. I don't know. Molting. So, who knows? They might say, people in Haiti are eating their dogs. Well, people in Gary, Indiana are looking at their dogs like pretty munchy here, but I don't know. That's just the insanity that's going on. All right. Guy says, half my business will be gone. firms in Canada and U.S. fear trade war. All right, so anyway, and we got more bad news. Tens of thousands urged to evacuate as wildfire approaches Reno, Nevada. The blaze, which officials say was caused by people, was first reported on Saturday morning, and Nevada's governor has declared a state of emergency. All right, United Kingdom Prime Minister Burnham, that's Keir Starmer ain't there no more, I guess, to visit Kiev on first foreign trip and reaffirm support for Ukraine. And I don't, that's crazy in United Kingdom, but that's great. And all the radio people, man, thank you so much for supporting me. This is for me. You get the raw show. I mean, everybody does, but you got to be a personality and have 1 million followers and everything else, to be all of that. Okay, so anyway, he's going to visit Ukraine to show support. Oh, no. Cantor, freedom, ejected from WNBA game over player row. Former NBA player Ernest Cantler. No, it's not Ernest. It's Enos. It's a woman. Damn it. Cantor, freedom, is ejected from a women's NBA match between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever after becoming involved in a verbal altercation with Sky guard Natasha Cloud. Why are they saying former NBA player? Enos Cantor. Did she quit? I don't know. Okay, Iran faces greatest financial offensive ever, says U.S. Treasury Secretary. Why can't you, you got money for all this war. You ain't got no money to get these groceries done and shit like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh. Anyway, what else is going on here? More news. Okay, UK missiles offer may help Ukraine, but they are not what Zelensky needs the most. Prime Minister Andy Burnham is handing over blueprints so Kiev can build its own long-range missiles. That might be a good move, huh? Russia's second biggest online retailer targeted by Ukrainian strikes. I don't know what Putin's going to do when he tells about all these soldiers and stuff not coming home. Somebody put out a chart about how long a Russian soldier has a chance to live when they go to fight Ukraine. It's not long, folks. It's not long at all. Ukraine is really putting a whooping on that big country. Reminds me of that movie a long time ago, The Mouse That Roared. So anyway. All right, here we go. Israel warns of forceful response to kites flown from Gaza. So what do these kites got to do? I don't know. What the hell is this? 4 hours ago. Israel has warned Hamas that it will increase strikes on Gaza following concern over launches of kites, drones, and balloons from the territories. Several kites were found in an Israeli community near the border with Gaza over the weekend. Forceful actions will be taken to put an end to this phenomenon. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, said on Monday. Before the war, kites and balloons carrying incendiary devices, were launched into Israel, causing fires that burned forest and farmland. Hamas has denied responsibility for the new kites, which were not carrying any explosives, and said they belong to the children searching for their innocent childhood amid the rubble. Well, yeah, that makes sense, huh? Kites. Freaking out over kites. Okay, so anyway. Prince Harry steps down from African Wildlife Charity Board. More news. Hiking Norway's heavily guarded Russian border. Okay, all on the BBC. So I'm reading these headlines. I might not go into it, so if they catch your curiosity, have at it. You know what I mean? So anyway, the alarming rise of perfectionism among young people. Okay. Yeah, okay, so anyway, what are we doing? I'm all discombobulated, folks, from what happened this morning to me, or 12 o'clock. So I don't even know how long I've been on. 12 minutes. It seemed like forever, right? Okay. Ashley, I'm on Blue Sky. Repost. I'd blame the power station. The Athletic. San Francisco 49ers coach and CEO John Jed York was arrested on Sunday in East Palestine, Ohio, on misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools, according to court records. Now, it gets pretty bad. We're going to get honest here. It gets pretty bad when the owners of the 49ers is where? East Palestine, Ohio, with criminal tools for what? Breaking into parking meters for change? Who knows? But anyway. Okay. No. Okay, let's see. Oh, boy. Aaron Rupert reposted by the real Sparky, Aaron Pope. Aaron Rupert's Mangled News, folks. J.D. Vance, am I still on? Yes, I am. Okay, this is about where it went last time. J.D. Vance defends ICE killing a man in Bidford. This is what he says. What at least the law enforcement officers argue is that person posed a danger. When I look at the case, what I see is a country trying to enforce its laws. My message to D's who are so worried about that situation is to have a bit of perspective. We're on the same side with the illegal alien part. But not killing people, not throwing people in a detention center or concentration camp or whatever you want to call it that don't have any criminal record. You will not believe the billions of dollars that illegal aliens, yeah, like they came from Mars, immigrants, contribute. They can't collect Social Security. They can't collect none of that stuff. No food stamps, none of that. They can't. Even when they have a driver's license, it has to say where they're from. What the hell? So anyway, reposted by Blue River. Mike Chadbourne. The Netherlands has pulled out of Eurovision 2027, saying the contest can no longer be considered neutral due... due to divisions over the Gaza war and Israel's participation. So she can't talk to me, man. It's the bank call. I forgot about that. Anyway, what else is going on? Let's go over to Threads. Great lady. Oh man, be quiet. Aubryon McIntyre. Lexi McIntyre. Great lady, you've got to follow her. More from my adventures as well as some randomness. And she took some pictures of her stuff. Let's see. Okay, here, just, all right, no, come on. They were talking about, I talked about this, I think it was last week, about this attention, see? The attention deficit? Yeah, no, the deficit. The trade deficit with all these other countries. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. When you have a trade deficit, that means the economy is running okay. Because people are buying stuff. They're buying cheaper stuff. Yeah, it's, here's the thing too. The United States has not been probably doing their full potential. And it's mostly because people need to make a decent wage. And all these billionaires and stuff know that, so they don't pay a decent wage, but it's more than getting the shit from China and other places. And the people eat that up. They don't want to pay $2 for something when they can get it for 50 cents. That only makes sense. To try to make their money last, go further. But people are going to have to realize that either these companies and these billionaires are going to have to give up some of that cash and not make as much to help America have a decent wage so that we can buy American products and everybody, share in it. But I don't want to take their money from them. I want them to pay their fair share. I don't want them to be having all these loopholes, and ended up not paying any taxes. Natasha says Canada was the first country to step up and help the United States after 9/11. I'll never forget. And they regularly send help when we have severe forest fires. She says, I stand with Canada. This is true. Oh, no. Okay, ProChef says, Bill Bailey. I literally wrote a book to warn you all about this. George Orwell. Oh, wait, what do we do? Okay, now, Toby Ben, 1492. Stock trades by president while in office. I really don't want, here, I'm going to do it anyway. You have to know this stuff. You have to know this stuff. Bill Clinton, stock trades 0 in 8 years. George W. Bush, 0 in 8 years. Barack Obama, 0 in 8 years. Donald Trump, 54, 50, and that's 4 years. Joe Biden, 0 in 4 years. Ready? Hold your seat. Donald Trump, stock trades 3,624 stock trades in 16 months. Now, who else can manipulate the market better than the president? It says this is the most corrupt administration to ever hold power anywhere in the history of the world. I mean, you can't. The guy made. You're not supposed to make any money when you're the president. But this guy has made billions. So anyway. All right. Willa J. Angela reposted, Democrats deliver. I'm going to sneeze. ICE. That's a polite way of doing it. ICE has abandoned its plan for two detention camps after Governor Shapiro blocked their permits. Oh. This is true. This is true. So they're taking... All right, never mind. This is crazy stuff. Okay. This is getting rough here. Let's go to Blue Sky. Let's see. It's just like hard because there's so much pictures and videos going on. Okay, Elon Musk says no man is rich enough to buy back his past. That was written by Oscar Wilde. So anyway. Yep. What's going on now? Reposted by Latrice Reese. It's Blue Sky. You know, Jack Hopkins, the original, replied to Jack Hopkins. The original. 3-3, he's been arrested by immigration officials. All right, Trump is rolling back immigration protection for military families. What? This is what retribution looks like. So he's rolling back immigration protection for military families. So if you're in the military and one of your relatives is an immigrant, whether here legally or not, they're no longer going to be protected. That means ICE can come and get them. Reposted by the real Sparky, Aaron Rupert has Mark Carney on here. And he says, this fall, we will be in intense discussion with the European Union, the world's second largest economy, to build a much stronger and deeper economic and security partnership. So, why are we saying goodbye to Canada? Why? Why? Yep. Somebody is saying Jeffries, that's the Democratic guy, is bought and paid for. Jeffries says he opposes Medicare for all, which would save 114,000 lives yearly. This is a reversal of his prior stance on the legislation, which he once co-sponsored. Damn. All right. Okay, this is more from Jack Hopkins. This is 2 of 3. I read you 3 of 3. This man, Luis Manuel Aviles, revealed ship conditions that Pete Hegseth is denying and lying about. He was likely instrumental in helping get these sailors headed on their way home because he said something. So Trump turns around and removes protection for service members, immigrants. Okay, so anyway. What else are we doing? Okay, so anyway. Yeah. No, come on now. This is it. See, this is the terrible stuff I don't even want to talk about. Summer of fun, including killing brown folk in the streets, murdering fishermen and schoolgirls, charging innocent people with crimes to cover up his own destructing of the reflecting pool, hosting a fair and wrestling match no one attended, while watching the nation plunge into economic chaos. Fun. Where's the rest of this stuff? This is all politics. Come on. Yeah. It's one of those days, folks. I guess it's like a thing. Yeah, that's right. On June 4th, 10 days before Mitch McConnell disappeared, he spent nearly 20 hours on the Senate floor, frozen in place. Wow. 20, could you imagine? Not even getting up to go to the bathroom? 20 hours? I'm lucky if I make 2. Anyway. Somebody shows this real cool video. Next time, Omar Hussein. Next time you think change is impossible, this is actual footage of the brain rewiring itself. That is so cool. How do you get that picture? I have no clue. You know what? Anyway, my time's almost up. And I didn't do shit. This was not a great show, folks. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to you folks. And then hopefully this came all the way through. So you guys have a good day, man. And we'll say goodbye.